Welcome to the VS Criminal Defense Attorneys podcast, providing an informative resource on criminal law with a specific focus on sex crimes. From protecting yourself from false accusations to understanding the exact boundaries of the law, being informed is always the best first line of defense. This podcast series is reviewed and approved by attorney Michelle Villanueva Scura.
In this episode, we'll review the legal ramifications of sexual assault charges for juveniles in Arizona. Typically, sexual assault and other sexual crimes are thought of as being done by an adult. Minors are often the recipients of the horrible sexual acts. However, it is possible for a minor to be charged with sexual assault in Arizona. In fact, a minor can even be charged for such crimes as an adult, depending on the age of the minor when the offense occurred. The consequences for a minor charged with sexual assault in Arizona can vary depending on whether the minor is charged as an adult or a minor. In juvenile court, the state seeks to reform the child. As such, a minor, after being adjudicated delinquent, may be required to undergo counseling, sexual boundaries therapy, and be placed on probation until their 21st birthday. The juvenile court may also impose confinement to juvenile detention. If the minor is 15 years old, they can be charged as an adult. Unlike the juvenile court, which seeks to reform, the adult court seeks to punish and protect the community. As such, the minor will be subject to prison time in an adult detention center, lifetime sex offender probation, and lifetime sex offender registration. If a minor is facing these allegations, it is essential to contact a Phoenix sex crimes attorney who is experienced in representing minors being charged as both juveniles and adults to ensure the best possible outcome and that rights are protected. First, let's understand what is a sexual assault charge in Arizona. Sexual assault in Arizona involves intentionally or knowingly engaging in sexual intercourse or oral sexual contact with another person without their consent. Sexual intercourse includes any penetration, no matter how slight, of the vagina or anus with any body part or object. Oral sexual contact includes any contact with the genitals or anus of another person with the mouth or tongue. The two important aspects of this charge are as follows. Lack of consent. Consent is a crucial element. The act must be committed without the other person's consent, which can be due to force, threat, incapacity, or being underage. And intention or knowledge. The perpetrator must have intended to commit the act or known that it would likely occur. Now, let's review how minors are charged with sexual assault in Arizona. When a minor is charged with sexual assault in Arizona, a Phoenix sex crimes attorney will tell you that several factors come into play, which include the following. Age of the minor. Minors are individuals under 18 years old. The age of the minor can influence how the case is processed, whether in juvenile court or adult court if tried as an adult. Juvenile court. The juvenile justice system focuses on rehabilitation rather than punishment. Penalties may include counseling, therapy, and probation. And adult court. Minors aged 15 and older may be tried as adults for serious offenses, including sexual assault. If tried and convicted as adults, they face similar penalties as adult offenders. Next, let's take a look at the penalties for sexual assault in juvenile court. In Arizona, when a minor is found guilty of sexual assault in juvenile court, the penalties and consequences can vary based on factors such as the severity of the offense, the minor's age, and any aggravating or mitigating circumstances. It is essential to hire an Arizona sex crimes defense lawyer in order to prevent significant penalties. The potential penalties for sexual assault in juvenile court include the following. Probation. The court may impose a period of probation during which the minor must comply with specific conditions. These conditions typically include regular check-ins with a probation officer, adherence to curfews, and compliance with court orders. Counseling and therapy. Minors convicted of sexual assault often must participate in counseling and therapy sessions. These programs are designed to address the underlying issues that contributed to the offense, provide treatment for any mental health issues, and reduce the risk of future offenses. Juvenile detention. For more serious cases or repeat offenses, the court may order the minor to serve time in a juvenile detention facility. The duration of detention can vary depending on the severity of the offense and the individual circumstances of the case. Educational programs. The court may require the minor to participate in educational programs aimed at understanding the consequences of their actions, learning appropriate behavior, and developing skills to avoid future criminal behavior. Community service. Minors may be ordered to perform community service as a way to give back to the community and demonstrate accountability for their actions. Restrictions and conditions. The court can impose various restrictions, such as prohibiting contact with the victim, restricting access to certain places or activities, and placing the minor under supervision. And the impact on future. A juvenile record of sexual assault can have long-term consequences, affecting educational opportunities, employment prospects, and other aspects of the minor's life. Juvenile court focuses on rehabilitation rather than punishment. The goal is to address the underlying issues contributing to the juvenile's behavior and to help them reintegrate into society as responsible individuals. Let's now review the penalties for minors charged as adults for sexual assault. When minors are charged as adults for sexual assault in Arizona, the penalties and consequences are more severe compared to juvenile court sentences, and a Phoenix sex crimes attorney is even more imperative. Minors aged 15 and older can be tried as adults for serious offenses, including sexual assault. The case is transferred from juvenile court to adult criminal court, where the minor faces the same legal process and potential penalties as an adult offender. The potential penalties include the following: prison sentence. If convicted, the minor faces a potentially lengthy prison sentence depending on the severity of the offense and other circumstances. The sentence can range from several years to decades in prison. Fines. The court may impose fines as part of the sentence. Probation. In some cases, probation terms may be imposed upon release from prison. Sex offender registration. A conviction for sexual assault typically requires mandatory registration as a sex offender under Arizona law. This registration can have significant lifelong consequences, affecting where the offender can live, work, and travel. And the impact on future. A conviction for sexual assault typically requires mandatory registration as a sex offender under Arizona law. This registration can have significant lifelong consequences, affecting where the offender can live, work, and travel. Lastly, what are the legal defenses for minors charged with sexual assault in Arizona? Defending a minor charged with sexual assault involves careful consideration of the unique circumstances of each case, the specific laws of the jurisdiction, and the minor's rights. Defenses include consent, mistake of age, lack of evidence, false allegations, mental incapacity or insanity, duress or coercion, entrapment, statutory protections for minors, character witnesses, and psychological evaluations. The Arizona sex crimes defense lawyer might also work towards a plea bargain or alternative resolutions, such as counseling or rehabilitation, especially given the minor's age and potential for reform. Remember, facing a sex crimes allegation or conviction can be overwhelming and carry lifelong consequences. Ensure your minor has top-notch legal representation with our expert sex crimes attorneys. Our experienced Arizona's top-rated sex crime lawyers team at VS Criminal Defense focuses on defending minors charged with sexual assault, providing personalized and strategic legal counsel. We understand the unique challenges these cases present and are committed to protecting your child's rights and future. Contact us today to navigate the complexities of the legal system and work towards the best possible outcome. Call us at 480-923-9001 or visit us online at vsattorney.com.
Thank you for listening to the VS Criminal Defense Attorneys podcast. VS Criminal Defense Attorneys are focused on offering clients personalized service and aggressive representation. Our attorneys are passionate about individual rights, government accountability, and personal freedom. No matter what you are charged with, our criminal defense attorneys will be there to guide you. Call today to schedule your strategy session. It is time to fight back.